moments which got us reaching for the remote control, wearing out our VHS tapes, and asking ourselves if we really just saw what we just saw. So get ready for Easter eggs, in-jokes, and yeah, a fair amount of nudity. So let's go! Number 10. Psycho. After 100 minutes of horrifying hotels, shower/slasher scenes, clothed corpses, Hitchcock had one more surprise in store for us in the final scenes of the 1960 movie Psycho. If you look carefully as the camera zooms in on crazed murderer Norman Bates, you'll see Hitchcock overlaid a picture of Nora Bates' skull onto the smiling face of the psychopathic hostel owner. Yeah, just in case it wasn't freaky enough. Number 9. Star Wars Episode 4. Perhaps one of the most famous bloopers in film history is the accident-prone stormtrooper who bangs his head while breaking into the control room. The actor who banged his head was Laurie Good, and he blamed his clumsiness on a lack of concentration due to food poisoning. He'd assumed he was out of shot and didn't realize he was caught on camera until he saw the film for the first time. In Attack of the Clones, George Lucas planted an homage to the accident-prone guard by having Jango Fett bump his head on a low doorway. Number 8. Trading Places. Dan Aykroyd wasn't the only one stunned by Jamie Lee Curtis when she went topless in the 1983 film. Despite appearing in 2 entries of the nudity-happy horror franchise Halloween, when Trading Places was released, Jamie had still retained her modesty, on camera anyway. Flashing the flesh in this Oscar-winning comedy certainly silenced some of the rumor mongers claiming she was a hermaphrodite. And you know what? It spawned 1 million stretched VHS copies. Jamie Lee Curtis, all-time movie salutes you. Number 7. Iron Man. Eagle-eyed Marvel fans were rewarded when they spotted Captain America's shield in the background of Iron Man. In a clear nod to the extended Marvel universe beyond the movie, director Jon Favreau explained the shield began as a crude joke before being left in to see if anyone would spot it.
Let's face it, this is not the worst thing he's ever done.
2 years later, the shield reappeared and got an upgrade from Easter egg to plot point. But by this time, we'd already seen the Cap in action in his own movie. Never mind that the shield's no match. Number 6. Lion King. Disney seemed a lot less innocent when it appeared that the word sex is spelled out in the dust cloud during the 1994 classic. Now, Disney has firmly stated that that dust cloud actually spelled out SFX, a sneaky message from the special effects crew. But I'll let you decide on that one. Number 5. Cabin in the Woods. It is no surprise that if you spend your days watching people get picked off by the scariest monsters in history, you might need to find something to, I don't know, maybe just lighten up the mood a bit. So we can forgive the group masterminding the Cabin in the Woods for placing bets on which horrific monster is going to pop up next. But the list of monsters is definitely worth taking a closer look at. Among them are sexy witches, the sugar plum fairy, and of course that old classic, dismemberment bottles. No dismemberment. And if you're wondering exactly what kind of monster Kevin is, it's a reference to Elijah Wood's creepy Sin City cannibal. Number 4. Basic Instinct. It cannot be a surprise that this one has made the list. One of the most famous blink and you'll miss it moments in cinema history has to be Sharon Stone and her infamous leg cross. With a shot straight up her dress, teenage boys everywhere wore out their VHS tapes trying to find the exact moment that she bears it all. No one was more surprised at the scene than actually Sharon herself. During the filming, the director asked her to remove her underwear, claiming it interfered with the lights. But he had assured her nothing would be seen. When she saw the final scene, unsurprisingly, she slapped it right across the face. Number 3. Boogie Nights. Mark Wahlberg joined the Crotch Club at the end of this porn epic, after 2.5 hours of teasing us with talk of his generous manhood. Though unlike Sharon Stone, he wasn't flashing his actual private parts. Instead, he wore a prosthetic penis and merkin sculpted around Wahlberg's own penis. The original prosthetic was 12 inches long, but the crew decided to shorten it, claiming the larger model looked like a weird monster penis. Wahlberg wore the fake penis even when not on screen. He claims it is the only prop he has ever taken home from a set, although after nearly 20 years, it's probably gotten a little bit rotten. Number 2. Fight Club. Pause David Fincher's movie at the exact right frame and you'll be rewarded with Brad Pitt's mysterious Tyler Durden flashing up behind a doctor in hospital, well before we are even introduced to the character. He also crops up in a TV commercial, in an office, and during a meeting for men with cancer. Oh yeah, and one more thing to look out for. Tyler describes getting a kick out of sneaking scenes from pornos into films with family audiences. So obviously, Fincher decided to do the exact same thing to us, and inserted a penis into the film's final frames. What a dick. Number 1. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Yet another female character who forgot to put on her underwear when the police came calling? Right after this car crash, glamorous cartoon pinup Jessica Rabbit goes commando. Not that commando, this commando. She might just be a cartoon, but she can be credited with sparking the sexual awakening of young boys everywhere. Oh, Jessica Rabbit. Well guys, that was my list. What's your most paused movie moment? Tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. And hey, if you like this video, check out the top 10 trailers better